Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm giving you the top 100 guide for the new boss event, Bloonarius on Party Parade, I think it's called. So let's just get right into it. All right. Now, I got a few things to talk about in this one. It's going to be a little bit longer video too. There's definitely some nuance to this strat, but I'm pretty happy with this. I mostly came up with a lot of this stuff. Me and my buddy Rain, we always kind of brainstorm, early on, trying to figure out like what the strat is and stuff. But this one was pretty obviously going to be Druid. I did try a couple other things just to see, but since it's like multiple paths, like the balloons are also coming in from the other side. It's like you pretty much have to have either something that can hit both lanes or just spam a bunch of shit on the right side too. So, and you'll see how annoying it is. Like there were some rounds I had to retry a million times. But yeah, so first things first. Okay, let me just explain what I'm doing first because I'll have plenty of time to yap. So we're gonna get a farm down. I started with Striker Jones because I wanted the. I think you could use Psy as well, but I like the idea of having the Pierce and range increase or bonus from Striker. So we're doing that. Then getting a free glue gunner down because there's no free dart monkey, but that glue gunner is going to come in handy anyway, so it's all good. And then just a druid, and we're pretty much the strat here is gonna be druid spam, but like I said, there's gonna be a lot more to it than that. So right now this is I think still like top 10. Honestly, I think like this is the strat, like this druid spam, like a variation of it. And there's so many things I could have cut in this that I just kind of like glued some shit together and just tried to make something happen. But this more or less like is the strat for like the top 10. So yeah, this should be good for top 100 though. But anyway, so first things first though, we're gonna be getting a bank. So when it comes to farming, we do need to farm a little bit. This isn't one of those ones where it's gonna be like 150k least cash, you know what I mean? Like a lot of weeks, because it's just the two lanes make it so you have to like spend a ton in the other lane, and it becomes a huge issue. So yeah, we're gonna have to be spending more. I think you can do it with just one bank, but I go two banks. I get a second bank up like later on, you'll see. So we're pretty much just gonna rush a bank right now, and then we'll get some more defense down. But yeah, if you probably noticed that I didn't have a video last week, and that's because last week's event honestly was ass. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It's funny seeing all these guys with like creator codes and stuff. Like some of the big creators, they'll be talking about like it'll be a bad event, and they'll be like, yeah, this event, man, I don't really know, what do you guys think? And I'm like, dude, this event sucks, bro. What are you doing, Ninja Kiwi? So yeah, I don't know what that was about, bro. They just like pigeonholed us into one strat. It was like really boring, low-key. At least this one's actually kind of interesting. It's still druid spam, which is kind of annoying, but there's still gonna be the elite. So if you want a video on the elite, feel free to drop a comment, and I'll probably end up doing that too. So yeah, but yeah, last week's, dude, it was so bad. Could not do it. I don't really know what they were thinking with that. It's just like super boring. But yeah, better event this week, so I'm cool with it. So yeah, what else? Oh yeah, it's my birthday, by the way. So that's a thing. I guess shout out to me, you know what I'm saying? I actually low-key forgot it was my birthday, but then my mom reminded me. She's like, happy birthday. I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah, another year older, man. It just keeps getting worse. But anyway, it's all good. We're gonna make it happen. So right here, I'm just gonna spam more druids. I got some of the mermonkeys down to help out camo, just because like you can't really. I mean, with druids and stuff, not a lot of good camo. So I think this is probably the best thing here. Except later on, I end up getting villages on both sides anyway with like camo detection. So I don't really know. Like I said, I know there's a ton of stuff you can cut. You'll see later on. I have to like salvage it, because when you do it like this, when you don't have like a strict plan, like now you guys, it's easy for you guys. You just follow what I did, more or less. Or you can get like a third bank and make it super easy. But when you don't really know what you're doing, it's like hard, because you could end up in a spot where you like don't have enough money right before like one of the tiers or something like that, and you have most of your setup, but it's like not quite enough, but you don't have enough money to like do it. So you gotta use like max brain power to kind of figure it out. So that's what I ended up doing. So I mean, obviously you won't see all my attempts, but like I cut out a ton of stuff from this. I think it was like 2 hours in total it took me. So yeah, but anyway, we're also gonna get down a heli. That's going to be pretty important because, you know, we'll do a little bit of farming with it, but we can't actually do that much. And the reason why is because if you had seen my last video on the Blast the Populace run, which was also like a more druid spam strat, you have to utilize the life leak like ability for the druids, where they gain like up to 50% extra attack speed. It's like 1% for every life you leak. So for a while we're gonna be like using the heli ability, getting some bread, and then after that we're gonna have to just not use it, because I'm pretty sure I was you know, talking with my friends about it, like trying to figure out like, okay, well, if you leak like way over, you know what I mean? Like because you only need to leak like 50 lives, right? So if you leak like 100 lives or something like that, and then you just gain like 10 lives back, is it still mess it up? I think it does. Like based on how the text is written, I think it still messes it up. So anyway, we're going into tier 1 right here. You basically just want to get a bunch of druids down and then get a couple Popla stacks. I also put a dude in the back. What's that dude's name? Just like top hat druid for the tornado. And yeah, that'll be. I mean, my logic was like it'll help. You know, when the cerams come out of the skulls, it'll help clear it up. I think it does help, to be honest. It's kind of RNG though. It depends on like when he attacks. But yeah, basically just get some Popla stacks, and you don't need a ton. You can clear it with just a few. This only took me a couple tries, and then you should be all Gucci. So, yeah. But yeah, damn, dude, this is like 25 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to just like figure out what I'm gonna yap about, to be honest. So we're gonna try to make it happen, but if there's some pauses, forgive me. And yeah, see here, I got blown out. So, but then look, I restarted it, and then the tornado, he just threw a tornado and cleared them all out. So it's like, all right, bro, like no problem, I guess. So sometimes it's just RNG like that, and there's a lot of that in this too. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna like optimize this again. I mean, I might. I'd prefer to like get a top 50 badge. So if I get out of the top 50, I'll run it again. But other than that, I'll probably just keep it. The problem is though, is that like I say like, oh, this is like a top 100 strat, but then I drop the video and it's like, you know, it gets thousands of views, and then like everyone should use my strat, and then it's like not top 100 anymore. You know what I mean? So many people use it. So I don't really know. It's hard to basically what I'm saying is it's hard to actually say if it will, like where it'll be in the end. Like I think that one week I did I dropped the video on balance when it was like the new lich. I did like 91 tiers, and there was like literally like 30 people on 91 tiers on the leaderboard at one point. It was pretty funny. But I don't give, dude, shout out to you guys, bro. I appreciate it. By the way, thanks for 100 subscribers. Come on, dude, 100 subscribers. They should send me a damn plaque for that, bro. So yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, if you're not subscribed, drop a sub. I'll post videos every week, unless it's like last week where it's a shitty boss. But every week, I'm trying to get a boss video out. I'm gonna try to start doing a video on like the elite and the normal every week. Sometimes I don't always do. I don't have much of a life, so it's not that hard. But I'm trying to get a life. You know what I mean? It's summer, so you know, let's get some motion. You know what I mean? That's where my head's at. But we'll see. I still be able to bust them out probably. And also I was considering doing live comms too. So I don't know if you guys will be interested in like live comms, but I could do more like clickbait titles and like do some like ISAB and Halleck Pop shit, you know what I mean? And actually like make some real content. Or if you guys just like this video of me like the style of me yapping, that's cool too. But low-key when it gets long like this, like I don't know how I'm gonna be yapping this whole time. So it might be easier to do like live to be honest. But anyway, so look, this whole middle part here in between tier 1 and 2 is not really special. I think, yeah, honestly, the mermonkeys, just the 302 can clear even Saram, like camo Sarams. So it's all good. And you've seen where I got that other bank. Now, with the banks, a lot of the time throughout this run, I'm cashing out before it gets full. And that's simply out of necessity. Like, I'll realize, like, I don't have enough or something before a tier defense, and, like, I have to, you know, cash out early, and it's super... That's why I'm saying, like, this is super unoptimized, you know what I'm saying? But it's whatever, man. You guys could use this and, like, make it a lot better. Like, I know you could get... This is why it's... plausible. Like I can definitely see like the 370 like range. That's like pretty easy to do. I feel like. So yeah, and you'll see all the stuff I can cut. Honestly, so like I'm gonna put druids pretty much all. I'm gonna like fill this left side with druids. And I think you could probably cut a lot. I wish I would have looked and seen how many pops like the little guys had, you know, the ones that aren't like have a bunch of like poplar stacks and stuff, but yeah, I'm not really sure. So I don't really know how effective they are. I remember that one Blast of Populous week where it was like not, you know, I would check the pop counts of those guys and it's like it feels like they're not even really doing much, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But yeah, just put down more druids here. Again, we're gonna want to get the basically 0, 1, 2, make them like 0, 1, 2s, and we're gonna have to leak lives. Now, the hard part about this is that you don't have like a Z lead, right? So you can't just leak the lives. Okay, like there, for example, I could have done it, but I didn't have all my guys up. You know what I mean? You have to have them up first because it's permanent. Once you leak the lives and they get the bonus, then it stays on it unless you gain lives, right? So. My logic was like, okay, I think I could probably wait till like the 70s somewhere and still be able to leak lives. And then that gives me more time to farm with my heli. You know what I mean? So that's essentially what I'm doing. And I have my heli up there. I think like I can't even actually stall because Striker is just like popping off. But it's whatever. Like I said, the stall doesn't even matter that much for the later like rounds and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going into tier 2 defend right now. Actually, no. First, I gotta beat this round. I cut that out, but I lost this round because I had no camo detection. It's the camo leads. So we're gonna do just some camo villages. I think. Yeah, because that'll hit my glue and striker. So that's like plenty. That's all we need. And then we're chilling. So now we can cash out one of the banks. And let's see what I do here. Yeah, more pop lust for this one. It's pretty much just pop lust, I think. You know, more druids and stuff. And then for tier 3, we're gonna get Avatar of Wrath. Okay, that's how we're gonna do this. So yeah, boom. Just get all these guys to like 0, 1, 3s in the center, and you'll be good to go. And also, like, yeah, be sure you have the villages there too. You want the jungle drums. That helps out a lot as well. Honestly, I think you could do. I do a glue gunner later, a glue storm, but you can maybe even do it sooner. It gives you more versatility for like not only more like boss damage, but on top of that. Oh yeah, and by the way, I bring the heli down to the bottom just to push back like the cerams that pop out. I think it helps a little bit, but I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, the like having the abilities, like if you get the glue like storm up earlier, or maybe like the call to arms, because we'll get that later too. I think it gives you more versatility for the like AI rounds in between, so that you don't have to like buy more stuff. Because you'll see later on, I actually like I end up buying or having to buy a, you know, a couple other things like help out with like these DDTs on like 118. Whereas I mean I think I even probably had the abilities up by then, but you know, early rounds it happens too, right? So. I'd say maybe that's one thing you could maybe optimize is like it gives you more versatility because you do struggle with the AI rounds. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like it is actually so annoying to deal with. So just some food for thought. You can try it out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're back at it here, round 64. So now it's just, bro. We want to get more druids down, and I'm gonna speed this up like 7x because yeah, I'm literally just spamming druids, and nobody wants to see this shit. You know what I mean? So. Get them all down again. Get them all to 0, 1, 2. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, and you'll be good to go. So basically, the way you want to do it though. Okay, so in the middle section, in the top right, I leave a little spot open. And then in this section, leave a little spot like up top above them, and then I think you'll see it here too. I put. Like along this back wall on the left, yeah, I put more down, but I also leave another opening in the middle there, okay? And the reason for that is because we're gonna perma brew everything. So that was like the other main purpose for the heli. Honestly, if we weren't perma brewing, I probably wouldn't even get the heli. But you need it to move stuff around. So we're gonna end up getting, oh, by the way, right there, 73. I let those balloons leave. So I go from like, I don't know what I was at, 200 or something, down to 93. And now once you do that, bro, you can never use the ability again, okay? The heli ability again. At least from my understanding. Like I said, I'm not like 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? So you don't want to use that at all again. But anyway, we're leaving the spots open for the perma, right? So I think we're going to get that up after tier 3. Like I said, tier 3, we're going to get Avatar Wrath, like mid-round. Or mid-defend, and then we're gonna get the perma brew up as well, okay? Like after that. And you just want to be moving the perma brew around and perma brewing literally everything, bro. So, yeah, this is probably the easiest defend, I think. Because I'm just gonna cash out the banks and then get the Avatar Wrath. And then it just collapses, bro. It's not even a challenge. Got it on the first try. So, saw Gucci, man. But yeah, bro, I really want to do the like live comms. I'm not gonna lie. I literally bought a mic stand. I actually bought like 2 mic stands. I bought 1 mic stand, and it was like the one that just sits on my desk. You know what I'm saying? But it was like kind of too tall. Like I need to be able to like lean back in my chair and like have my keyboard on my lap and like grind it out. You know, sitting there a while, like trying to figure out the strats and stuff. So then I bought like this arm. You know, people have like the arms for like podcasts and stuff. But it like didn't bend the right way. I'm like, I want it to bend different ways, and it's like not bending right. Like I can kind of get it. I'll like latch it onto my desk and like kind of make it work, but it's low-key. It's like, bro, like why is this being so difficult? You know what I'm saying? So that kind of pissed me off. But look, if you guys want something like that, because I kind of want to start doing it too. You know what I mean? So we can start making that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, start using some clickbait titles. It'll be like, I can't believe Ninja Kiwi did this. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem with the way I'm doing it now, it's cool, but low-key I'm greedy, bro. I want more views. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think like the way it is now, people just come to watch like that week's. But if you make it more like content, like oriented, I guess, with certain like titles and stuff, it's like kind of more vague. Then it's more like perennial, bro. People will come back. You know, to pop up in For You and stuff, and they'll come back like whenever, like even months down the line, just to watch. So I might start doing that. I can maybe even do that for these videos. But the other thing is like, when I was new and I was trying to figure out like the strats and everything, like I'd find some of the top guys like channels and stuff, and I'd want to be able to just like go through their playlists and like find like if there's like a least tier boss coming up, I want to just like watch all their least tier events that they've done. You know what I mean? And just see it all in one place instead of seeing a video that's titled like, "Holy smokes, Ninja Kiwi did it again." You know what I mean? Like, and then you're like, "What the hell is this?" Where you gotta click on it to figure out what's going on. So I don't know. You know, I was considering doing that though, like making tier or making playlists and like organizing like that, so guys can check it out and like see the strats and stuff that I'm employing. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Any advice is appreciated. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, that tier is super easy. Yeah, honestly, dude, this right side is just a struggle. Something I was thinking about was like, maybe I just like get rid of all the druids over there and just put like a mat or something. I'd have to like add up what it's all worth, but that wouldn't really work for like the early game though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what would be cheaper. You know what? I saw somebody saying that you could just use a beast handler on the right side. I'm assuming, well, I guess T-Rex, but like, I don't know. I mean, Megalodon's stronger, so maybe they use Megalodon. Maybe they use Lord of the Best Megalodon. But then isn't that like, it's like, do you need a max level Megalodon? You know what I mean? I don't know. And then plus Lord of the Best, it's like, wow, that's pretty damn expensive, especially if you're like buffing your beast handler. So, you know, just an idea. If you guys want to try it out, you can. That might be the move, low key. But you guys can give it a shot. Anyway, you'll see here I'm going in and out a lot, like trying to make it happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. This honestly, like these rounds were way more annoying than the boss itself, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like having to deal with this stuff on the right side was so annoying. I think the first strat I tried to use was what was it? I think I tried to do attack Paragon, which was like so goofy, but like I tried to make it happen. Because I was like, you know, like what, 200k, like I could probably swing like 450k or something like that, but it just didn't really work. I got to tier 5, it was spending like 580k, And yeah, I just couldn't beat it. Loki, it just does not have enough damage. And on the right side, you have like nothing. So you just gotta get blown out. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't work. I thought like you would have like the meteor from the thing would like fly to the right side and like take out the balloons there, but I guess not. I don't even know if it has the meteor. You know, like the top path tack shooter has that like meteor, and I was like, doesn't the Paragon have that too? I think it does, but it like doesn't really work. Like I don't know, bro. It just didn't work. So I was like, okay, whatever. I guess we're doing druid spam again. So it's really annoying. Honestly, I wouldn't like. I mean, you guys can try this, but it's like it's actually kind of hard. Like this is not like an easier one to follow. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I'll tell you when it's like easier and stuff. And this one is a little bit more advanced, just because like you're having to, because you see, I'm trying to get the perma right now, right? So you gotta get all the stuff up, make sure there's spots available for your perma, and then literally just move that dude around and perma everything. So the timings are super like difficult to get down and all that stuff. So, bro, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm gonna try the elite though. I'll probably drop a video on that as well. And I think that one will be easier. So right now I'm thinking about like Boomer Paragon because it can hit the right side as well. So what do you know, dude, another week with Boomer Paragon. That's like last week, we could only use Boomer. It's like, what are we doing here? But this week looks like it's gonna be the same thing. Like we kind of have to use it because there's no water, first of all. I guess you could use like Lord of the Abyss or something, and maybe do like a boat. Ooh, maybe that's an idea, but this could be too expensive. But could the boat hold down the right side too, though? Like that's the question. The thing with the Boomer Paragon is that it can like shoot, you know, like it'll have the what's it called? It's like the Morglaives thing where it can just ricochet and go over to the right side. So it can hold it down, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, tier 4. Yeah. This one actually was a little bit more difficult. Oh yeah, no, this one was actually a lot more difficult. I remember, it took a lot of attempts. But I was able to do it like this. I got the glue. I forgot, it's glue strike, I think, right? Not glue storm is tier 5. But yeah, I got that up, and then moved my permabrew over to the left side. Start permabrewing some more stuff, you know what I mean? And then also have the call to arms up too. And you want to time it correctly. So using the call to arms, like pretty much when Bloonarius spawns all the ZOMGs, so you can take him out. Because if he's too far down the track route, they just slide out the back, and it's really annoying. So you got to be careful about that. But yeah, I mean, right here I was thinking like, okay, it's looking pretty good, like a low kick, you know, top 3 score. But it just doesn't work out like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, the right side takes so much more than you think. And I'm speeding this up too, like, bro, like, if you try this, you'll see what I'm talking about. But like, oh my god, the DDTs are actually so annoying, bro. So like, there were a couple times, I think it might have happened earlier in the video, where I like bring my Avatar of Wrath from the left over to the right, and then like bring it back. So yeah, I mean, you got to just kind of play around with it, to be honest. And here I get all these guys up to, what's it called? I don't know, the tier 3 bottom path. So they get more attack speed, like, as they attack throughout the round. Because they're all, like I said, they're all already buffed from the live loss thing. So we're all good there. You want to just get all of them down, and then, you know, leak the lives, and then you'll be good. It's permanent. And then you can just, like, you can wait to upgrade them if you want. That's why I upgraded them kind of late here. So, yeah, and then, like I said, just keep moving your perma-brew around. I think there's like one I missed, or maybe 2. I see one on the left side, and then one on the right side at the like bottom of the pile, I think. I don't even know if I get those later, but yeah, I probably should have done that, you know what I mean? And I was thinking about like perma-brewing my glue gunner too, but I'm like, does that do anything? Because it like sticks the glue on it one time, and then that's that, you know what I mean? So yeah, and also this dude, round 118 took me so many tries for some reason. It was actually so hard, but I ended up getting this sniper, and then I had to get this freaking glue, bro. This bottom path glue, like the Moab glue. I couldn't find a way to do it without it, bro. With the amount of money I had, so that was it. So I wasted another 5K, which is unfortunate, and then I ended up selling for this. Okay, but first of all, you need the sniper. Okay, this sniper here, it's a 402. You're gonna put it on last. I'm going to move it away from the call to arms because we want to stall the round as long as possible. Now what I do here is I sell the mermonkeys. I sell the other glue I bought, the Moab glue, which is why I say it's like a waste. It's kind of unfortunate. And then I cash out the banks when I can, and then sell the banks, and then we're gonna get a debuff. We're gonna get the 502 on the sniper on the left side to debuff. I tried it without it, didn't have enough damage. Okay, so right now I have the call to arms and the homeland defense, and we're just gonna keep spamming those. You're gonna have to play around with the timings, like I said, to make it so that it's like good timing with when the bad spawns out of the Bloonarius. But yeah, I was kind of close without the sniper, which is how I know like that's how guys are getting like 370. Plus like minus all the other like random shit I bought. But yeah, this for me this made it like way easier. And I don't really know how I would do it otherwise. I know it's possible, obviously. It just needs to be optimized. Anyway, that's pretty much that with the sniper. It has plenty of a debuff. I think it's +6 debuff, and takes it down no problem. And then the right side doesn't matter because you have the sniper stalling. So look, we ended it on round 121 because it's gonna. If you have to put it on last, oh yeah, look, I die right there. That was so dumb. So I moved my Avatar of Wrath to the right side to finish that off. But yeah, keep that sniper on the right side on last. It's a 402. It'll pick one of these fortified ZOMGs and just hold it there like it's doing right now, and then I just sell it to end the stall. But that's how you want to do it, man. So easy clap, no problem. 444,000, 8th place. Not too shabby. I'll take it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.